Hello, welcome scientists. This is your Canvas course on comparing plant and animal cells. Every time you start a new module, you should always view the beginning module video, as this one is for module 0. So if you're here, you did the first step correctly. On the home page of the course, that was what I indicated as the first thing you should do. So you are on the right track. Right now, I'm going to walk you through generals of the Canvas course and then through module 0. Each week that starts a new module, always start with this video first at the beginning of each module, the module overview video. So this is the Canvas homepage of this course, and if you are new to Canvas, I'm going to share with you what all of the pages are going to look like. First thing, I'm going to go away from my instructor view to student view, so that exactly what you see is how it's going to be shown here in the video. Some of the features I've hidden that we're not going to use during this course. So every page that you need to use throughout the course is located here to the left. The home page obviously is this one. Syllabus we'll go over in a second. And then from there, modules, assignments, discussions, grades, quizzes, Nearpod, BrainPop, and then announcements are all pages you are going to need to access at some point this course. First thing is we are going to go to the syllabus. I recommend reading this in detail as soon as this video ends, just so that you can familiarize yourself with everything. At the top of the page, you can see our course standards and objectives, which are to learn 5th grade life science skills in cells, which would be comparing plant and animal cells. So by the end of this course, you'll be able to do just that. You're going to develop models to identify and label the important parts of these cells, as well as construct information differentiating between them, comparing and contrasting. I am Janet Marotte, and I'm going to be your instructor this course. My email is right here on the syllabus as well as the homepage, which is our Cherokee County email address that you're used to. I will have online office hours during this course on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:30 to 4:30. During that time, if you email me, I will email you back as soon as I can, just in the order in which I'm receiving emails. But you will get questions answered or clarifications to anything during that time period on those 2 days. Other than that, when you email me, please expect a 24-hour window before before I get back to you. Down here, this explains exactly how to navigate the course, the lower part of the syllabus. It goes through details of exactly what each of these pages to your left is all about and what is held within those pages. The home page obviously has everything that you've already seen today. I'm going to go back there just for a second. So on the home page, a couple really important things to pay attention to are the course calendar located over here. If you click on that, it opens up the course calendar for the whole course. We are starting in January of 2020. So starting on January 6th, that is our first day of the course today. And you are viewing the video, of course, for this module as you're instructed to do so. Now, every page on here, or every little cell you can see that's populated, is a different due date. So you can always use this to access and see those all in one place. So I recommend visiting the calendar often. Additionally, you will have this calendar as an option to your right. I'm going to go back to the homepage now. So the calendar is accessible here where it says view course calendar, as well as over to the left where it also has calendar as an option. Again, the syllabus explains all of these pages in detail as far as what you're going to need them for. Modules we'll visit in just a second. That's going to be, I think, where you spend most of your time, because the modules are laid out sequentially. Okay, so modules is up here. It's the very next page right under syllabus. The module page, everything that you're going to be doing this semester, if it is a resource, if it's just a video you're watching, if it's a graphic organizer that you need to print or sketch out on a piece of paper, those are linked, as well as all assignments. As I've already mentioned, each module begins with an overview video, such as this one, that will give you, I think, all the information you should need to be able to work through the module. Assignments is the next section or next page, and that one is really is a duplicate in some ways of the module page. It just has every assignment listed sequentially. Clicking on those will give you, again, directions, due dates, rubrics, when those are applicable to that assignment. Discussions. There will be a discussion during each module, and those have their own page as well. But again, all of these things are linked to the module page. When you open up a discussion, you'll read what is required and click the reply button, which I'll show you in a minute, directly underneath that, and that will be how you can reply to the discussion. Once you've posted your discussion, you'll be able to see your other classmates' responses and then be able to reply to theirs to fill the requirements of that discussion. Once we start getting grades, there is a grades page where you will see your grades as I grade your work. From there, the next page is quizzes. Quizzes, really that term quizzes in Canvas means anything that is graded straight through the Canvas system, like automatically graded. So if I, during Module 0, for example, I give you a survey, now that will be also linked to the quizzes page as well, but actual quizzes and tests will be linked there as well. So the quizzes page will have anything that is multiple choice or fill in the blank essay type submissions that you'll do straight through Canvas. Nearpod is an external tool. It's a website that you all are familiar with if you're Cherokee County students, but it is something used for presenting material as well as assessing your understanding of material. So there is a Nearpod or a couple of Nearpod presentations required in this course. You will access those straight through the module links, but if you ever have any issue with those, sometimes those can be a little bit particular. The Nearpod page on your Canvas account is also a way that you can get to those presentations. I have put the user code within each assignment when it's a Nearpod. And so if you ever need to use the code and just go to the Nearpod tool or even the Nearpod website itself, you can use the code to access those presentations and get your assignments completed. BrainPop, similarly, is an external website used for instruction and assessment. You're going to use that to make a concept map during Module 3, and you can access that either directly through the module link or this separate BrainPop page. You can log into your BrainPop account through Cherokee County and search for any of the videos or tools that you need to complete your assignments. Announcements, I put at the bottom of the list. That will not be used a lot, but if there's ever something that I need to communicate with the entire class that isn't already in this syllabus or within a module, then I will post it there. You will also receive an email. Anytime that I post an announcement, it will come through as an email too. So you'll get an email separately that has the exact announcement. You can email me directly if you have any other questions regarding announcements. Your Canvas email is located over here on the left side of the screen where it says inbox. And I'll show you that in a minute. That's going to be where you receive or send any emails throughout this course. Every graded assignment for the course is listed here at the bottom of the syllabus. The entire course is out of 300 possible points. Module 0 has 30 points, Module 1 35, Module 2 35, and Module 3, where we really put all of our knowledge together, is worth 200 points. You can see a breakdown down here. This shows a course summary of everything that's going to be due and by due date. But if you click on any of these or any of these within the assignments page, any of these within the modules page, they will give you a breakdown further of how many points each individual assignment's worth, as well as due dates and directions and rubrics as necessary. So at this time, I'm going to go back up to these pages that I just explained to you and go to modules. Now, modules, again, is a sequential list of everything that you need to do to complete this course. It is instructional materials as well as assignments themselves. So here we are in Module 0. if you're watching this video, you have already clicked on this first link, which is the introductory course. There will be one at the beginning of every module as you go through the course. So anything that has points listed, such as right here, 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, everything from module 0 is, that gives you that information as well as the due date you can see. When you click on each one, it will have directions. I'm going to click on the first one, survey. The survey, which again would be also linked under the quizzes. See, it took me straight to this quizzes link by doing that. And that's only because Canvas will automatically score it. So at this time, when you're ready, this is just a survey, not something you'd obviously need to study for anything. You're just going to click here and take it. It is prior knowledge on plants and animals that we are going to be talking about during this course. So I just would like to know what background knowledge you already have. Now, once you take this quiz, that will be submitted. I'm going to go back to modules now. So once you've completed that, that will satisfy that assignment. The next one listed underneath that survey is an introductory email. I have sent you an email in your inbox. By the time this course starts, I will have sent you an email. And the assignment here is simply for you and explains it. Again, once you click on here, it explains what you're required to do, which is basically to respond to my email with proper etiquette, showing me that you know how to correctly, which would include a proper introduction, which would be you addressing me, Miss Moreau there, using proper email tone and grammar, spelling, all of that, a closing, and then your name at the bottom. Now, I'll reply to this email with a response, feedback to you on whether or not you did that satisfactorily, anything that you could work on in the future, but that will satisfy those 5 points if you meet all these 5 criteria appropriately. Now, again, notice I'm going back to modules every time to see what is all the next thing that's expected. After that, we are going to be utilizing Adobe Spark as our for digital storytelling twice throughout this course. So the first thing, one of the first big things I'd like you to do is practice that tool. Now, through our through Cherokee County, you know you have a Adobe account already. So that is something that you are going to access and then create an all about me, very short slideshow, just getting used to that feature because I want you to be thinking throughout the course about how you can apply the plant and animal cell knowledge that you're going to be learning into a Adobe Spark presentation because that's going to be one of your final assignments. So here you're going to view a tutorial, a YouTube video all about that, just as a review, since if you are a Cherokee County student, you are probably familiar with that. Just when you click here, it will take you straight to that account. I'll remind you of what it looks like up here. So Adobe's website is like this. When you first access it, you'll obviously click login, and it will prompt you to choose how you're going to log in. And remember, since we have accounts through our school system, that you can click here to log in with your school account. It should automatically through Office 365 recognize you, and you'll be able to click continue, and it will get you straight into Adobe. From there, follow the tutorial steps from the YouTube video if needed, and it should walk you right through how to create a slideshow presentation. So this is signing me in. And just as a reminder to get you started, the first thing you'll want to do when it does log you in is click at the top of the screen. There will be a little plus sign. Yep, there it is. That will get you started with your selections. So that will be how you choose your next step. All of this, though, is, again, in the tutorial. So you're going to create a 3 to 5 slide all about me presentation using the Adobe Spark features. This can be anything that is something that you would think that you would like for me to know about you. What you're going to do is you're going to submit the URL, which the tutorial explains at the end how to create a shareable link to your presentation, your slideshow, and you are going to submit that straight back to this assignment. So up here at the top where it says submit assignment, when you click there, there's going to be an option for you to paste your URL, your website, and that's how you're going to be able to submit it back to me. Okay, next I'm going to go back to Module 0, And the next thing that we need to talk about as far as requirements for this module is Nearpod, which again, right here to the left, Nearpod is also accessible, but this would be only where you would go if you were having trouble accessing it straight through this module link. So when you click here, what should happen is it should open up the presentation, which in this case for Module 0, all you're doing is a practice. This should be very straightforward. It's easy. Questions, just practicing the different tools of Nearpod. So you're just going to go through that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now notice when I clicked on that, what should happen, as you see here, is it says welcome to session, and it says test student. When you click on that, your name should automatically populate since you have a Nearpod account through Cherokee County. If for some reason this is not what you see with your name listed here, I have included, you see right here, the presentation code. This code right here is what you would use to click over to Nearpod and put in to be able to complete the presentation. If for any reason you have problems with that, you could just go straight to nearpod.com as this shows and click up here at the top where it says enter code and type in the code again that I have shared with you. However, hopefully that's not going to be necessary because as long as this pops up with your name, you should be able to join the session and just go straight through the Nearpod. Always remember to click submit at the end of any Nearpod assessment tools just so I can access that information. Okay, well, again, back to Module 0. And again, that Nearpod is just practice using the tools. It should be a review for most of you who are probably familiar with that. Next, we are going to complete our first discussion, which is going to be just kind of a meet and greet about your favorite school topics. Again, this is just basically to practice the discussion tool itself. So you can read through here for a little bit more detail on that. But as you notice, this is going to be the first time you see a rubric. Every Canvas discussion that you complete this course will have this exact same rubric attached with it. So what you're going to be providing with what I'm going to be providing for you as far as a score is going to be feedback on something that you could work on. If you don't end up earning all the points for that section, you'll see a response in the feedback box when you get your rubric back. Or if you did meet all the requirements and you did exemplarily well, I'll give you still a suggestion on something for next time. What's going to be something that you could do to even push yourself further as far as growth mindset, just exceeding the standards. So that will be there. You'll always go down here where it says reply, and that will be once you click there, the response box will open. That'll be how you submit your responses. You will always respond to two classmates. Once you've posted your initial post, you'll be able to start seeing your classmates' responses come in. And responding back to their responses will always be a requirement. And as you'll see here, it'll always say that after you posted, that you'll respond to two other classmates and that they should have a glow, a grow, and a question, which, as you know, that simply means something that you really liked about their post, something that you think that they could have explained better or maybe included that they didn't, which would be a grow, and then a question that you have that comes up from reading their discussion. So all of that should be included in your two replies to each of your classmates. Okay, back to Module 0. And this final part will be a Canvas orientation quiz, which after you have viewed this video, read over your syllabus carefully, then this quiz should be very simple. It is 10 questions. They are half a point each, 5 points total, and they are simple questions going over pretty much everything I have explained to you right here, as well as what is already in the syllabus. So once you've kind of perused through the course, that Canvas quiz should be pretty simple. So all of this is due by the first Sunday of our course. So basically all of these are kind of short, simple topic assignments. So I'm not giving you specific due dates for each to be due, but I would suggest doing maybe one a day or maybe a couple in a day if they're the shorter ones, so that all of Module 0 is completed by Sunday. So, and again, all of the calendar due dates, you can always access over here to your left, the calendar tool, or at the top of the home page. That calendar is also viewable on your right here. So that will get you started with Module 0. Again, this video will be posted at the beginning of each module. This will be the longest one since I had to talk through all the Canvas pages with you. But thank you for visiting this page and this video so that you could get on the right track with your assignments. I'm looking forward to viewing all of your Module 0 submissions and giving you feedback on how you can grow and what you're doing great on. So excited about this course, and I will be communicating with all of you very soon. Thank you. Bye.